All right, the next four performers are all doing their first time on stage ever in stand-up comedy land. So what we need from you is a lot of support, a lot of love. Put your hands together for the very funny, the very talented Tony Rizzo, ladies and gentlemen. Tony Rizzo.
Good morning, and look at the sun. Grandpa Joe from the Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory is the laziest man in cinematic history. He does nothing. He's been sitting on his ass for 15 years, laying in a bed with 3 old people. His daughter does laundry with a pitchfork, and one day, his grandson comes home with a golden ticket, and all of a sudden he can sing and dance with a top hat and a cane. What the hell? Get a job, Grandpa Joe. What's your problem? Oh my God, this guy, he pisses me off. But I just think the movie would be a little bit better had like Slugworth been maybe, I don't know what, an IRS agent per se. Walking up to that door. Is Grandpa Joe there? I don't know why he doesn't know his name. He's got the paperwork. That's stupid. Yeah, I'm Grandpa Joe. How can I help you? Well, sir, you owe $15,000 in back taxes from a property you failed to pay for. I can't pay that. How am I supposed? Well, my grandson's gonna get a lifetime supply of chocolate tomorrow, and I can use that to pay. Fuck you, old man! What the hell is your problem? Are you kidding me? He's still, even in the remake, he's gonna be feeding off his grandson. Get a job, seriously. Oh my God, yeah, I heard that. That was good stuff. That's how I love it. What about a health inspector? A health inspector walks up to that glorious shack. You sleep in a bed with 3 old people. There's tobacco and chocolate under the pillows. The kid sleeps in an attic. It smells of cabbage. What the hell? This place is condemned. I'm sorry, it's condemned. But I really want the movie to be different. I want Grandpa Joe to have a chance to, get that money back. He should be able to earn a living. So he's gonna go on tour. It's gonna be called Look at Me! And the Chippendales, Grandpa Joe and the Chippendales. Look at me, look at me, look at me. No one's gonna buy tickets to that at all. Okay. But Grandpa Joe's a good guy. He's a good guy. I give him crap, but he's a good guy. But obviously this is my first time on stage. Yeah, it's the first time. I just want to tell you about a couple other first times, things that I've done. Not you. The first time I was making out with a woman, can you believe it? We were going at it, things were good. The hands were up at an upright position. I was looking to score. And she pushes me away and says, do you want to go to Marineland? Well, what did I do to get this woman to start thinking about blowholes and kids that feed killer whales food? I don't understand. I have no idea. Did I just eat a tuna fish sandwich? I don't know. Do I have salmon in my teeth? I don't know. Did I cut myself upon my neck to make it look like I had gills? I don't know. It was crazy. It's good stuff, though. But I have kissed another girl since then. I can't count. Another first time. This is one that got me really excited. First time I got a blowjob. Yeah. Found out it. Yeah. It wasn't from you. It wasn't from you. I found out about it 3 days after it happened. Well, I don't remember that, but I do remember the first time I put on makeup, the stage makeup. Remember that? Yeah. Never forget that day. Yeah. I can't remember the blowjob, but I remember the first time I put stage makeup on. What the hell is wrong with me? I do watch Glee. Hello. Yeah. There we are. But before I started talking, you may have thought me to be somewhat of a brawny man, but I consider myself to be more of an El Borland type, per se, as you can see. All right. But I consider myself the connoisseur of the beard. Also, I have a beard, if you can't tell. I didn't know if you guys didn't know that. I'm very well versed in beard law. I have a degree in that, and I just wanted to talk to you today about a couple types of facial hair that I think should not exist in the world that we live in today. What's the first one? Oh, the soul patch. Does anybody have a soul patch out there? Mom? Sorry. No, the soul patch is the only type of facial hair that can be mistaken for barbecue sauce. It's... I call it the Southern Hitler. That's what I call it. What about this, the landing strip on a guy? Yeah, I was at the Italian festival the other day. Mistake. No, guy with a landing strip. It's not a soul patch, it's a soul garden. Yeah. The landing strip is also the type of facial hair that you see in a man, and it completely conveys the idea that he's a pussy. So, you know I don't get that. No. And then there's the infamous chin strap. Yes, yes. These selfish men, they wake up in the morning and they want to have a beard, but they also want to be clean shaven. I call it the bisexual of all facial hair. That's what the chin strap is. Yes. The guy is so motivated every morning to get the thin line across his chin ever so precisely, but he's too lazy to take the damn sticker off his flat brim hat. I mean, come on. Seriously. Thank you. You guys have been great. Thank you.
Tony Rizzo, ladies and gentlemen. Tony Rizzo. All right, moving right along. We have 3 more class graduates, and then we just had a couple awesome comics walk in the door. They're going to come up afterwards too. It's going to be awesome. Best $5 you ever spent to hear women-hating racist jokes. Wait till we get into masturbation. Oh, very good. Abortion's next. No. All right, moving right along. Your next performer coming to the stage. Very funny, very talented. Please put your hands together, Mr. John Geraci.
Give me a second here. It's close enough. You guys think the first hug was awkward? Come on. Thanks for coming out tonight. I'm John. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I was diagnosed with ADHD and dyslexia at age 19. It was actually discovered in my religion class. I was curious as to who this dog fellow was. Apparently he was pretty powerful, so I automatically assumed it was Dog the Bounty Hunter. But let's be real, his wife is no Virgin Mary. It actually sucks being dyslexic. I don't know if you guys know that. Especially when you like games like Words with Friends or Scrabble. Any of you guys play Words with Friends? Yeah? You don't want to play against me. Because if I win, you guys are going to think I cheated. You guys are going to be like, there's no way he put those letters together. But if you win, fuck you. Congratulations, you just beat somebody with a reading disability. What's next? Are you gonna outski somebody in a wheelchair? The only person that I can play Words with Friends with is my mom. She does not care what kind of disability I have. She will beat me and laugh at me. But in all fairness, she has been one of my biggest supports. I came home one day, I was really upset, I had just failed a test, and she's like, sit down, let's have a heart-to-heart. She's like, listen, you can be anything you want to be. Just take a look at that uncle from Full House. I was like, oh my God, Uncle Jesse, he has ADHD and dyslexia? She's like, no. The other one, you know, with the blonde hair, the Canadian. Yeah, Full House reference. Thank you. One guy watches Full House. You know, it sucked though, because my mom is stuck in the 90s apparently, comparing me to whatever. What's his name? David? Joey? It's Uncle Joey, yeah. All right, so thank you. She's like, Joey, I watch it too. So, yeah, it sucks getting compared to that. You know, my mom's gonna compare me to somebody from the 90s next and be like, hey, you, cut it out. All right, despite all that, I managed to make it to college. I am a college student. I know what all of you are thinking. This guy likes porn. Guilty. But when you live in a house with your parents, you have to find something else to do while they're awake. So how many of you guys ever gone speed dating? Just one. Wow. That's why I don't recognize any of you. It's like a farmer's market for serial rapists. I mean, they put the most lonely, desperate women and men in one room, and it's just like somebody could just go in and be like, choose you. But you have to get to know them in 5 minutes or less. I've been dating the same girl for 4 months, and I know nothing about her. I'm telling you, women are so confusing. They always want to have you, give a suggestion. Like, what do you tell me what you want to do? You suggest a bunch of things, and they're like, no. They're like, I already have this figured out. You sneaky little bastard. All right, so I work at the JCC now. Anybody a member? That's also I don't recognize. You guys don't speed date. You don't go to the JCC. I feel like there's a rule in the men's locker room that if you're like age 65, you have to be completely naked. Like, I feel like they're like, psst, come here. You just turned 65? Yeah, I thought so. No, let's get completely naked. Everything. Extra points if you get to talk to somebody. It's also really weird because like I was in there and I saw my teacher. I was like, oh hey, he's standing there completely naked. He's like, hey, how you doing? I was like, I'm doing well. I just got a question. Why is it okay if we're naked in the locker room, but outside of class, it's a felony? I also think it's really weird that they make them wipe down the exercise machines after they're done. But they say, oh yeah, the sauna, go ahead. Let your balls produce all the sweat you want. All right, I want to leave you guys with a little something. I am a college student, and it really pisses me off because some people take really, really good notes, but some people go over the top. So I have a few examples here for you. Let's say the note is Christopher Columbus. Now, here's a girl that has clearly done way more than she should. She's even marked the important parts. Now, here's an average person's notes. Clearly pretty standard. Now, this is where it gets really annoying. These are a dumb girl's notes. I just want to know, how the hell did Matt go with Christopher Columbus? That's weird. Apparently he's a hottie. In all fairness, I think I should show you my notes as well. And I just want to leave you guys with one more cool little poster I made. That's not it. Oh, it's on the floor. Just thought I'd give you guys a good look. All right, boob. It's the greatest word ever. Especially for somebody dyslexic like me, right? But just so you guys know why it's the greatest word, this big B here, that looks like an aerial view. These two B's, or these two O's, I told you I can't read. These two O's look like a front view. And this little b looks like a side view. That's my time. Thanks, I'm John.
John Geraci, ladies and gentlemen. All right, moving right along. We're still in the graduation portion of the event. John, yay, John. Please welcome to the stage the very funny, the very talented David McClary, ladies and gentlemen.
I know what you're thinking. But it takes a whole lot more than exercise to get a body like this. I got one of those Blu-ray players where you can download the TV shows. I was psyched because one of the shows they had on there was Different Strokes. I remember watching Different Strokes as a kid. It was awesome. But now I watch it, I realize this is the most bigoted show ever. Who decided we're going to make a show where we laugh at an African-American midget for a half hour every week? Which ideas got turned down in the writing room? Yeah, we're going to make a show about a kid who's gay and Jewish and has Lou Gehrig's disease. What you talking about, Willis? Now, as we speak, Congress is working on some plan to balance the budget, and I have a couple ideas. One of them is like a carbon tax, but it's going to be a tax on stupid. So every time you say something dumb, you have to pay $1. And I figure after about 2 more seasons of the Jersey Shore, we're going to have this budget thing sorted out. Now, along with trying this comedy thing, I joined a band. And people told me, look, you just need to get a catchy name and you're going to get all kinds of exposure for your band. Let me tell you, from me and all the other members of Gandhi's Rape Whistle, that is nonsense. I really think that all the people that have ever had sex in Denver are in the Mile High Club by default. I bought my wife some racy lingerie for Christmas. She opened the box and kind of makes this face. This is really a gift for you, isn't it? I've been married for 15 years, so I know how to handle this. Look, I can see you're upset, so I'll only wear it when you're not home. But I'm gonna need help with the clasp in the back. Marriage is about compromise. Speaking of marriage, we got gay marriage in New York now. All right. And I know there's people out there that think being gay is a choice, but I think that's nonsense. I think it's part of who a person is. And there's researchers at UCLA that ran a study to try and prove that being gay is part of your being. They studied a number of gay people that had Alzheimer's. And came to find out that even in the latest stages of Alzheimer's, when people can't even remember their own name, they never forget that they were gay. It's just part of their being. So I was saying, what else could we do with this? Let's say Bill O'Reilly got Alzheimer's. Would he forget to be a douchebag? I don't know. And then I thought, let's take this a step further. Let's investigate some other issues. What if a mime had Tourette syndrome? So, I really think pharmacists hate answering questions. Because you see the commercial, and there's a grandfatherly old man, he's got a lab coat on, there's a computer at his desk, sign that says consultation over the desk. What the commercials never show you is there's the 7-foot-tall display of condoms and lube right next to the desk. And I'm not the most repressed person ever, but I just can't ask the pharmacist about my son's asthma medicine while Johnny the Optimist is mulling over which 72-pack of Trojans he's going to buy this weekend. And they used to sell KY in these little tubes. Now it comes in these bottles the size of a soda can. Who's out there trying to have sex with a rusted pineapple? Who's like, man, I really want to rape this cactus, but something's just getting in the way. And it's not even just KY. Now you watch a commercial, they have the extra strength crazy stuff. Try Super Ultra Glide, made with genuine whale oil and a minty heating action that will paralyze your facial muscles and make your elbows twitch. I'm trying to think of what you would do to top this, and maybe right now they're working on the only thing that's even slicker. They could use that miracle friction-free Teflon-coated fabric like the bobsledders and the losers wear in the Olympics. So I can see the commercial now, actually. They have this guy laying on his back, the blades chattering against the ice. Go screaming across the screen. Guys, do you need to get that not so special someone out of your apartment in a hurry? Try Cock Luge. Yes, Cock Luge. She'll go racing toward unfriending you on Facebook at breakneck speed. After 18 seconds of total disappointment, she'll never call you again. Cock Luge. Get you out of a tight spot, and then right back in again. You guys have been great. My name's Dave McClary.
Moving right along, your next performer coming to stage, very funny, very talented. Put your hands together, Mr. Corwin Colby, ladies and gentlemen, Corwin Colby.
I wish I knew how to work these things. All right. Awkward coming to these things because you always gotta shake the host's hand when you come up on stage, and I'm not really into a handshake. I think it's very awkward. Like, your hand is probably sweaty, mine is almost certainly sweaty. For a guy, like, I prefer the fist bump because it serves the same purpose, shows you're both unarmed, but you also have your fist at the ready in case shit goes down. For a lady, I think, if you're gonna shake my hand, just drop a foot and give me a hand job. What's the big deal? It's like 2 minutes. Why you gotta be so selfish? I've been getting older, and I do not recommend it. I just turned 30. My birthday was 5 years ago. My hair is starting to turn gray, fall out. But you can't tell because I shave it. It's very clever of me. It's problematic sometimes though, because people occasionally think I'm a Nazi. That's not true. I'm not a Nazi. I mean, I hate Jews as much as the next guy, but I'm not really a joiner. Actually, I was on my way over here. This is a really true story that actually happened. There was a black dude coming down the street. He's had like long white tee, bandana, braided hair, and he crossed the street to avoid me. That was very gratifying. I was a punk rocker as a kid. It all ended when I realized that when you can say fuck you with your eyes, you don't need to say it with your t-shirt. Man, if I could go back in time, tell my 14-year-old something, or if I could go back in time and give my 14-year-old self some advice, I think that my 14-year-old self would tell me to go fuck yourself, fatso. I wanted to live fast and die young, but I was too scared to live all that fast, and now I'm too old to die young. I smoke a lot of pot sometimes. You might say I'm addicted, if you're a judgy sort. But being addicted to pot is kind of like being addicted to fun. It's not like being addicted to heroin. Like if you're addicted to pot and you run out of pot, you might say, this King Crimson record isn't as good as I remembered. But not, well, I think I'll break into my neighbor's house and steal his TV. Sometimes I get, what's the word? Anxious. I don't know. Anxious, I guess, about the size of my penis. Which I don't know why. It's fine. I mean, it does what it's supposed to do. I've seen the movies. It seems like it's about the same. But it's like the boner is the right size, right? But when it's soft, not so much. I guess what I would want a big penis for is so that if I was at a party
and there was a girl there. I'm talking to her, and she's like, "Oh, you're a creep. Get away from me." I can pull out my dick and say, "Check this out." Now who's the creep? You guys stepped on my joke. That's okay, I kind of blew it myself. Should I do it again? I'll do it again. If I'm at a party, girl says, "Hey, get away from me, creep." I can pull out my big dick and say, "Now who's the creep?" Obviously it's me, because I'm the guy with his dick out at the party. Man, I have a girlfriend. You might not believe that, but it's true. Sometimes we get to talking about sex, and she asks me questions about all kinds of crazy, weird things. She'll say, like, "Do you ever think about having a threesome?" I'm like, "I do not. That sounds horrible. I can do math. Two women times 0 orgasms equals 20 times the shame." She's like, "Well, why does it have to be another girl?" It's like, well, it's definitely not going to be another guy. And it's not because I'm homophobic, though I am homophobic. It's just that I do not want to participate in a sex act in which there's any possibility for a high five. There's 2 things in this world I don't get. One of them is women, and the other one is everything. Man, all right, you guys have been great. I'm going to leave you with a little piece of advice that my mother gave me when I was 12 years old. She told me, "Corwin, money can't buy you happiness. But if you're willing to lower your standards, it can buy you a lifetime supply of drugs and blowjobs." Thank you, I'm Corwin Colby.